A reminder of the battlefield. Parliament's forces are on the right in front of the village of Buckden. 2 units of infantry either side of the road, each with a light cannon in the middle, and a regiment of horse behind on the right flank. Facing them are the royalists of Prince Rupert. He only has 2 infantry regiments. He's got both of those on the right of his right flank, with a medium cannon in between. On his left flank he has all 3 regiments of his cavalry, one of which are cuirassiers, and then a medium cannon. Down at the bottom is the ruins of the church. Parliament have occupied that with a unit of skirmishers, and Prince Rupert has countered this by sending a regiment of dragoons in an attempt to capture the same ruins. The village, the woods of Buckden are in the far distance. Throw for initiative. The royalists with the red dice throw 5 and so obtain the first move. The medium cannon on the royalist left flank actually scores a hit at maximum range. The one on the right flank unfortunately misses. The dragoons reach the ruined church and dismount, ready for action. Here's the dragoons in formation approaching a target that they've been told to occupy. The dragoons are basically mounted infantrymen. They can fight as cavalry, but they would normally go to a spot, dismount. They fight in loose order, so skirmish formation. Here they are taking up the place in the ruined church, and they would fight in that formation. I would leave one mounted figure somewhere close by, so that they know where they run back to remount the horses after, if they were given new orders to move or they were defeated and decided to leg it. The royalist infantry scores 7, which is 2 less than 9 Rupert's command level, so can move 2 moves, so can move 8 inches and so move halfway across the table, but not quite into musket range. His cavalry throws 6 and so can move 3 moves. That's 18 inches on the table, so that brings them right up to the parliamentarians, and Prince Rupert's ordered them to break into caracol. Here we see a full Warlord Games pike and shot infantry regiment laid out, not on bases, movement bases, just to show you what they would look like with the full box laid out. They get approached by cavalry, and so they need to, because the musketeers are vulnerable to cavalry, they need to form a new tactical unit called a hedgehog. This is the hedgehog formation. The pikemen pointing in all 4 directions, with the shot also in all 4 directions. Makes them pretty invulnerable from cavalry, but of course dodgy for artillery fire or an infantry regiment approaching in line. But as you can see, it's quite effective and would do the job. To counter this, the cavalry would form a circle, and when you bear in mind these 12 figures here would be about 400 men really, they would trot round in a circle. The ones nearest to the infantry, to the hedgehog, would be firing their brace of pistols, while the others on the trot are reloading their pistols as they come round in the circle to engage again. This is an infantry regiment on its movement basis, so I'll restrict it to 29 figures. This is showing them in hedgehog formation. I can only do it showing 2 ways. From above, that on the table, that means it's in hedgehog formation. The cavalry, again on their bases, they have 4 bases of 3 figures, and on the table the caracol I shall represent like this, as if they're going round in the circle, and firing at the hedgehog formation. Basically it's a battle of attrition, who blinks first. So I hope that makes it clear and you can understand what's going on the War Games table. With Royalist cavalry thundering towards them, the parliamentarians break into hedgehog formation. Nearest us, the Royalist cavalry are now performing caracole. Gives them one shot each into the parliamentary infantry, who are formed hedgehog. The Royalist cavalry to the right get off shots but don't score any hits, but the cavalry regiment on the left does score a hit, and you can see a casualty marker in front of the Parliament infantry regiment. Here you can see that casualty marker a bit better in front of the Parliament regiment in red jackets, and you can also see another casualty marker that was caused by the artillery from earlier on. The light cannon on the parliamentarian left engages the infantry but misses. The cannon on the right, however, does score a hit and cause a casualty and a disordered marker against the cavalry. Here you can just see the casualty marker in the centre of the caracole. Here you can see close up the hedgehog trying to defend against the caracole performed by the cavalry. Another close action from the other hedgehog, and you can see the casualty marker and disordered marker in the centre of the caracole opposite them. At the ruined church, the skirmishers fire off woeful firing, don't cause a single casualty on the Royalist dragoons. And that's the end of turn 1. Well, at the end of turn 1 seems a logical place to end this first part of the battle. Quite evenly matched at the moment. The Royalists all obeying their orders. Parliament didn't need to move, they're quite happy sitting there in their defensive positions. So hopefully you'll join me again for part 2 of this battle. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.